Now, it was over 25 years ago when the Royle Family first hit our screens, quickly becoming one of the nation's favourite comedies.
And Ricky Tomlinson, who, of course, played Jim Royle, is now starring in a musical comedy on stage called Irish Annies, and he's here to tell us all about it this morning. Good morning, lovely to see you.
So
you
good
too.
to see
nice
you.
To see both of you.
I was really unaware that you were a theatre actor as well.
No, I'm not. I'm just a bluff merchant.
Not
I'm
true.
a bluff merchant. If there's a job going and there's a few quid, I'm going. I'm going to do it. I got into the acting when I was about 45. I come out of prison because I was like a political prisoner. And people don't know this. I think I'm the last political prisoner to be released in this country.
OK.
And then we got pardoned off this government after 47 years because it was a set-up. The whole thing was a set-up. And I just got into the acting game and I've been so lucky. I said to a certain fellow in the Groucho Club, are you... It was Robert De Niro.
No.
Right.
And I was going to say to him, are you in show business?
And you had no idea?
No, I didn't. He's smaller than me. I'm only 5'8½".
Yes.
And he was smaller than me. He had a little goatee and a pony. And then I've done a full movie with Samuel Jackson. It was wonderful. Yeah. And I've done 2 movies with the world's #1 director, Ken Loach. Right. Forget Spielberg, forget them all. Ken Loach is the man. Because they'll be talking about his movies in another 25 years.
Wow.
And I've been lucky, lad. Worked with Roland Joffe, who gave me my break. Because I bluffed me way in and I walked out of his audition. I said, stick your film.
No. Did you really?
Yeah. And because I'd not long been out of prison and I'd sent away for the audition, I couldn't put my own name down. So I'd put a phony name, done the audition with him, and walked out of the... And he's shouting... I'm going down in the lift in LWT. Yeah. And he's shouting, I know who you are, and I'm going, get stuffed.
Love it. Love it.
He got in touch with me, and he said to me in the interview, what do you do? I said, I'm a City and Guilds plasterer. Done a bit of technical drawing, I've done this, I've done that, I've done the other. And funny enough, when I had to go back up, because my little van was outside. I had no money, petrol. So I had to go back up. I dismissed myself, went back up. Anyway, they gave me some expenses to get home. I got a phone call the next day saying he wants you to come and do a workshop. So I phoned my mate and I said, come with me. This Roland Joffe wants me to build him a workshop.
Oh,
so I went along. And we went to this... It was like a 10-storey building. And when I went in, there was Margie Clark, Frankie Clark, Alexander Pegg, Chris Bernard, all actors. I said, what are you doing here? They said, we're doing a workshop. What are you doing? And I went, oh, I've come to do a workshop. I've come to build
a workshop. Oh, fantastic.
That is so brilliant.
And that was it. We had the audition out of all the people there. Roland Joffe said to me, if I give you a little part in this movie, you won't let me down. I said, I won't let you down. Wow. And it got rave reviews. And to be thrown in there at the deep end with Colin Welland, Rosemary Martin, Anthony Thingy, and Bill Patterson, it was amazing.
It just goes to show you natural talent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you can learn and you can go...
But it's a lot of luck as well, and people there. Like the girl who played my wife was a girl called Val McLean. She's from Newcastle. She's the sister of Jimmy Nail. Okay. And she nursed me because she was a proper actress.
So how did you get the job in Brookside, then?
Well, this is amazing. When the film I'd done for Roland was called United Kingdom. Yeah. And Brookside was just coming into being as that was getting its first screen in United Kingdom. And Jimmy McGovern, Andy Lynch and all the lads, they were all writing storylines. And Andy Lynch is watching the play. And I'm playing a bit of a rabble-rouser in it. And he just picked the phone up and phoned Phil Redmond and said, just found Bobby Grant. That was it.
Wow.
So
fast forward.
Fast forward to now, and tell us all about Irish Annies, because as you said at the start of the chat, when I think of you and I think of your name, I don't necessarily think theatre, but this is so exciting.
Well, it is for me, because I've done no theatre.
That's why.
But you're in for a penny, in for a pound. The lad who wrote it, it's here with me today. His name's Asa Murphy, and he's from a Liverpool Irish family. Yeah. And when him and his brothers, I don't know how many of them there is, when they walk in a room, you know they're from Ireland. They're huge and they're... But he's got the best voice you've ever heard. Wow. He's the best swing singer around. I'm serious. And he said, I've wrote this little play. He said, it's about an Irish pub, because it's like his parents were from Ireland. They were born in Ireland. And it's just about an Irish pub. People come in, they give a song, he sings. And we have an Irish band on stage, a proper Irish band. And I just have a bit of banter. I come in like Jack the Lad and have a bit of banter with the audience. sort of talk to them. I'm in the bar and I use them as though they're in the best room in the parlour.
Right.
And I talk to them as though they're in the parlour. And the girl who plays Irish Annie is a girl called Kathy Rice. She's a comedian, singer from Liverpool. And we just have a ball. But for me, and I'm being genuine here now, the best part of the night for me is when the show's over and I go out front of house and we say to people, bring your phones for selfies, and I take loads of photographs, loads of caricatures. I can't give them all my photograph because they've got my catchphrase. so anyone with children doesn't want to take one of them. So they get a caricature. And we must spend an hour and a half and 2 hours after the show.
Oh, that's incredible.
And it's lovely, it goes with the job, you know.
I mean, you've had such an amazing career, so many varied jobs. The Royle Family, of course, is something that we all love.
That's a legacy right there,
absolutely.
isn't it?
Will we see more and more of that?
Well, there is a documentary coming.
Seeing the oven, man.
No. Sorry? There's a documentary coming on with the 4 of us who are still alive and the 4 members of the cast who died. And we're talking about them for, like Twiggy, when we done Mambo number 5. And he's going that much at it, he's going mad. His trousers fell off.
I remember this.
He didn't fall
classic,
down.
isn't it?
They fell off.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, amazing.
It's just magic, isn't it? And it just resonated with everybody, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It really, really did.
Do you have a favourite moment ever, do you think?
Nana was my favourite character.
Right.
I adored her. I adored her. And she had the scene where she was getting a cataract removed by a surgeon, I don't know, his name was Mr. Hawkins or something. And she had to say this line. But she put H's where there was it was impossible to put a H. I'm getting operated on by Mr. Hawkins because my eye is having the cataract. And Caroline said, no, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. So she went away and she come back and she gave Liz the new script and she said, I'm getting my eye operated on tomorrow by Mr. Hawkins. He's going to take the cataract out of that eye and he's going to take the cataract out of that eye, but he's going to leave the twinkle in. Oh, we were all made. What a line. Just Caroline she was a genius. But we had so much fun on the set, that we used to lose a lot of time through corpsing. You know, if anyone doesn't know what corpsing is, it means you can't say your line for laughing.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, you're having that, David. He had to go off the set. Caroline made him go and stand in the naughty corner.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
14 takes to say one word.
Long days.
Me and Ralph Little, as soon as he went to say his line, we'd go...
You knew what time it was.
Exactly. Look, Irish Annie's is touring.
Yeah, we're going length and breadth of the country. We've had wonderful reviews.
OK, and it starts on... Well, it continues on March the 11th.
Yeah.
OK. Can't thank you enough for coming.
God bless you, thank you.
So lovely to see you.
Thank you, kid.